This is a busy summer for you because you have this, and then, of course, you have San Andreas coming out in a little bit with The Rock.
I'm super excited about.
Not your first venture with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No.
You've been in a few other movies, Race to Witch Mountain and
Faster.
Thank you. So what was it like working with him again?
Amazing. I love that man. He's fantastic. And in this movie, he's so wonderful in this movie, and you will see him do things that you don't expect him to do. Like he gets to go to a place with his character that he doesn't get to go to often emotionally. And then he's, of course, super badass.
Right. Were you familiar with what he was doing in WWE before he became an actor?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I was. It's funny. When I was going to do Race to Witch Mountain, I was talking to my dear friend Joe Gordon-Levitt, and I said, there's this guy, and I know he's done this and he's done that, but and talking about Dwayne, and Joe looked at me, he's like, I'm telling you, that guy is going to be a massive movie star. Like he totally, and Joe is obviously a super talented person himself, and has good taste. And so anyway, but so I did know. I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but I definitely knew of him from that.
Is he really that personable on set? And like he's no diva qualities to him? He
does not have a diva bone in his body. He is like one of the most humble, awesome human beings. And this movie we're both really, really proud of. What was cool is because we do know each other and trust each other, and we had to create like a lot of history to this relationship of this couple that loves each other but is not been able to work it out because they've had this crisis in their family, and they kind of come together in this new disaster that happens. And so it was really fun. We had a really, really great time, and the movie kicks butt. I mean, it is amazing.
Did he ever give you the people's eyebrow? Did you melt?
I've gotten the people's eyebrow a few times, and I'm immune to it at this point.
Dwayne.
Exactly. It does nothing to me.
One other question based on the trailer, because that's out right now.
Yeah.
There's a scene where I guess you're at I want to say like a yacht club or a country club or something like that, and you're on the phone, and then
sort of like a Soho House kind of place.
Something like that, kind of ritzy.
Yes.
And then the earthquake started to happen. Do they shoot those scenes where they actually, I know a lot of it is CGI and stuff, but when you're on a set like that, are you pretending that it's going on, or do they actually shake the set and make things fall so you can go along with it?
That's a really good question. In that particular scene, it's so funny that you mentioned that, because that sequence, when you see the whole movie, it's the longest one shot of the movie, where we have a shot that's almost 3 minutes, and it was so exciting and terrifying to shoot, because basically I do a lot of my own stunts in this movie, but our Steadicam operator and I were like joined at the hip for this section where we had you see that, and ultimately the answer to your question is there were fire bombs going off, glass was being broken, things were being thrown over the counters, chandeliers were shaking. We also had to act it.
Right.
I'm falling and getting up and running like crazy, and there's stunt people diving, and it was insanity.
So on all levels, it wasn't just like the old days when you'd have an earthquake scene or something where they'd be standing there and then they would put everything in
so
later.
You're adding some elements in, and they added some elements in VFX for sure, but a lot of it was there, and that was Brad Payton, our director, was like, it really was important to him that we do as much in camera as possible.
Well, that's great to know, because I know that cruise ship tipping over scene, I'm like, nah, that's not on set.
But you really feel it, exactly. And in this movie, though, I have to say, they did an extraordinary job with the visual effects, because usually I'm a person, and I'm probably not even supposed to be saying this, but you can then believe me when I tell you this, I am a person who's usually taken out by 3D and taken out by VFX, and I will tell you, the sort of technology has gotten to the place where when it's done well, it's seamless. It's crazy. But a lot of this was in camera. So a lot of this we did, I did, I have the funky shoulder to prove it. Like, we did we did as much as we could for real as possible.
How bad was the injury?
It was okay. It's okay. It's totally like, it was absolutely my fault.
Did The Rock kiss and make it better?
And, well, I can't really talk about that.